Moldova as a country where we care also a lot. There are the three arguments I want to present to you why we have chosen Bucharest, and I already had talks with delegates arriving here, with some council members, prime ministers arriving here, and everybody is exciting. Everybody sees the strengths of Bucharest, the country, the city here. So we feel very well, and I again feel at home. We will have in Bucharest three tasks in front of us. One is, especially today, after we are opening now the Congress, we will define our program, our manifesto for the next 5 years, the roadmap for the future of Europe. We worked hard on this. It was a bottom-up approach that everybody in the party, European-wide, feels involved. And today we will decide about this. We are listening to people, and then we decide about the future, about our Congress manifesto. The second task we have this week is to nominate the personalities who will lead us. Tomorrow we decide about the lead candidate of the European People's Party in the upcoming elections. The only candidate who was nominated is Ursula von der Leyen. She was nominated from her mother party, from the CDU in Germany, but she was supported also by Donald Tusk, Platforma in Poland, and Neo Demokratia, Kyriakos Mitsotakis from Greece. So she will be tomorrow the only candidate, and she will get the full backing of the EPP family. We stand behind Ursula von der Leyen. She will be the person who will express the EPP program in the next months and weeks in front of us to convince the Europeans to do the job. I want to add, next to Ursula von der Leyen, that we have a second prominent personality inside of our team, and that is Roberta Metsola as the President of the European Parliament. Two strong ladies, two strong leaders are part of the EPP family, and as party president, I'm proud to have both of them. We show a modern face, a strong face for the future of this continent with the two ladies. And the third point we want to do is, please allow me to say this, it's a more internal thing, but we want to celebrate family. This evening we have a family event where we leaders and delegates come together. Party means for me not a sum of individuals, but to really be a family among friends, to go back then to our home region, to our villages and cities, and campaign afterwards for what is EPP all about. Let me finish with one more general consideration for the upcoming elections, and that is the fight against the populists and extremists all over Europe. Europe is tested in this moment of time. We are facing a lot of challenges. We see aggression from the brutal dictatorship of Putin against Ukraine, but against also us in the European Union. We are facing globally economic challenges, which will also take the prosperity, the economic strength of Europe into question. So we are tested again. And again, after the Brexiteers won and brought Britain out of the European Union, again, parties in Europe tell people, we want to do it the egoistic way. We want to do it the nationalistic way. And our standpoint is, the European Union is not perfect, but it's the best Europe we ever had. To live together, to work together, to practice solidarity in times when we are tested, like in Corona times, with the Recovery Fund. We do it together, in solidarity. That is our EPP approach, and we will defend our European Union against all nationalists, against all extremists on the political field. That's the main message to the voters. Please take the elections serious, go to vote, participate. We vote against extremists, and please vote for the serious center, the biggest party, the European People's Party.
Domnule președinte Ciucă, aveți cuvântul.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. President, dear Manfred, ladies and gentlemen. I am very honored to welcome you to Bucharest, welcome you to Romania, and I will use again this opportunity to thank Manfred for showing so much trust in our National Liberal Party on its relevance within the EPP family. So I do very much enjoy that you are repeating that you are not a guest, you are part of the family, so Bucharest is your home, which means for me that the National Liberal Party has a huge contribution to achieve the European Popular Party policies and to have a great contribution to achieve the objectives for the coming Euro-parliamentary elections. Ladies and gentlemen, I do very much align my consideration in regard of the arguments for choosing Bucharest to be the political capital of Europe these days. It's really important to understand that Romania this year will have 4 rounds of elections, and we do receive a great support from our political family, from our leaders, from Manfred, from Ursula von der Leyen, from Roberta Metsola, from all the other political leaders who are present here in Bucharest. Actually, behind that, I have to recognize that it's a very good opportunity to have the bilaterals and to discuss all those details which are giving us more arguments to complete and to complementary our manifesto and to design a very good campaign strategy and a very good electoral plan. Yes, Manfred, you are very right. Romania is the bordering country of Ukraine and the Republic of Moldova, and we have discussed all these aspects which are related to the European Union security, and we are very much agree upon the external threats, and that threat is coming from the East. That threat it's already happening in reality in Ukraine, and also, as we agreed, one of the most affected countries after Ukraine and its Republic of Moldova, and we have to do our best in order to continue to support Ukraine and also to continue to support Republic of Moldova. Internally, yes, our threats are coming from populism and extremism, and we have to do our best. And I'm sure that what is written within the manifesto are those lines of efforts which have to be shared with our citizens to understand the reasons they have to vote our political family. So I am very, very much supporting all those decisions, and of course we are supporting our lead candidate, Mrs. Ursula von der Leyen, and all the other leaders which will be elected today and of course tomorrow. The other very important aspect for us, because we have discussed many times this issue, it's a very good opportunity for me, for Romanian National Liberal Party, to mention the process of completing the Schengen accession of our country. From 31st of March, we will be in the Schengen with the air and maritime borders, but the Romanian people who is living and working in diaspora, they are very much looking forward to have the land border also approved for being part of the Schengen area. So I have the opportunity to discuss with Manfred, I have the opportunity to discuss with Mrs. Ursula von der Leyen and President Roberta Metsola. I've got all their support now. I'm sure that being written within the final document of the EPP Congress that will give us more hope that is going to happen as soon as possible. So, once again, expressing my gratitude for choosing Bucharest, for choosing Romania, I'd like to end my comments, and thank you very much again.
Thank you. The floor is now open to your questions. Please keep in mind that the Congress is supposed to begin at 2 o'clock. Please.
Hello, Lisa O'Carroll from The Guardian. A question for Mr. Weber. Does Ursula von der Leyen support the promises in the manifesto on migration in relation to moving asylum seekers to third countries and also a quota for asylum seekers who need protection? Thank you.
So the manifesto is the manifesto of the European People's Party, and Ursula von der Leyen is our lead candidate. So all the programmatic positions of the European People's Party are covered also by Ursula von der Leyen. We do this as a team together. We want to work this out together. And what European people expect from us, and there the European People's Party will be in the campaign crystal clear, we have to lower the numbers of arrivals, and we have to separate between those who are refugees and asylum seekers, who should get the protection they need, and those who are illegal migrants, and they should be refused on the external border. This message that we decide as a state who is arriving to Europe and not the smugglers decides who comes to Europe, this message is an important one for our electoral campaign.
Please. Yeah. You.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Paulina Pacoła. I'm a journalist from Poland, Oko Press. I have a question to you, Mr. President, Mr. Weber. I wanted to ask you, one of the most important projects, policy projects during the last cadence of the European institutions was the European Green Deal. And I wanted to ask you what's going to happen with this project. Are we going to continue implementing it? What's going to happen with the pieces of legislations that were not yet voted and are, yeah, thank you.
So I'm 52 years old, and I tell you, the fight against climate change is probably the most important task for us as today's political leaders. That's why the European People's Party is the party of Green Deal. We followed Ursula von der Leyen on this. On content, we have different opinions between socialists and the Christian Democrats in Europe. There were dividing issues about farmers, about the combustion engine, so there were debates about this. But on the goal, we are totally committed to bring the Green Deal alive. And I tell you, it's our EPP Green Deal. We do it. We will show the world that we bring economic success and the protecting of our environment together. That is what we will do, and the next step is now to open for the next 5 years also debate about prosperity, because the electric heating pumps and the electric cars should be produced in Europe and not in China. We want to make out of the Green Deal now a business case. The jobs are produced then in Europe and not somewhere else in the world.
The gentleman standing.
Good morning, Mr. Weber. Pierre Bonneau from Radio France International. Mr. Éric Ciotti, the president of Les Républicains, the French Right Party, sent you a letter yesterday to tell you that he will not support Ursula von der Leyen for a second mandate. What's your reaction?
We are a broad People's Party. We have different opinion on this. We do the vote for Ursula von der Leyen in a secret ballot. We do this in a democratic process as a party. I can only refer to you that last Saturday the socialists met and they did the vote for Schmidt with per acclamation, so not in a public secret vote in a way. We do this in a democratic secret vote, and then everybody can express their opinion. I'm sure for tomorrow that the overwhelming majority of the European People's Party will support then Ursula von der Leyen. Europe was in good hands and was in good EPP hands in the past.
The gentleman standing in grey.
Thank you. Peter Frese, Austrian Television, ORF. Mr. Weber, this morning the Austrian People's Party announced they could not support the election manifesto, citing concerns about nuclear energy and about Schengen. So how much of a backlash is this for the party? Is it a backlash at all? And do you have a message to the Austrian People's Party, in German preferably?
No, there is again the same answer. We are a broad people's party in Europe. We have different opinions on some of the issues. So it's absolutely democratic to express the different opinions. On one point, I want to make clear that the European People's Party support fully the full enlargement of the Schengen area, so that Romania and Bulgaria should immediately join the Schengen area. They meet all the criteria, so from all the assessments, the fact base is crystal clear. And also what I want to say is that I congratulate the friends here that you do now the first step with the air and sea borders. And we want to see Romania and Bulgaria as fast, as quick as possible joining the Schengen area. The EPP as party is clear on this. And I want to also ask the socialists in Austria to consider to change their opinion, because also the socialists in Austria are opposing to give Romania and Bulgaria the full Schengen access. So we have an Austrian challenge in front of us to convince all parties there. So that's in this moment of time the most important thing, where we try to convince our Austrian friends to give green light.
Sorry, and the last question. Yes, the gentleman in navy coat.
Hello, Marius Gărlașiu, Observator Antena 1. I have a question for Mr. Weber. Mr. Weber, do you think Nicolae Ciucă, the leader of National Liberal Party in Romania, can be the next president of Romania? And also, how do you see the fact that here in Romania, the National Liberal Party will run in an alliance with the Socialists in the elections for the European Parliament? Thank you.
Well, I see Nico as a...
You don't have to answer that.
I know. I see Nico
I can answer.
as a real good friend, and I see with his leadership skill now leading the party in a very strong way. So I thank him for this kind of leadership. Also with his strong network on European level in this period of Prime Minister, he showed that he can drive the economic development of Romania in an incredible way. So the outcome of his leadership is for the people in Romania, they can feel it, and that's really strong. So congratulations what he did, and the rest is up to our Romanian friends to discuss this after the European elections.
Manfred, thank you very much. So already there is one vote, but who is deciding are the Romanian citizens, so let them voting, and we will see.
Thank you so very much. We don't have much time. See you at the plenary session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your interest.